Head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey there, just calling in the wake of Browns announcing PJ is going to start on Sunday versus the Seahawks. Just a little confused as to why Deshaun was even out there versus the Colts. With all that being said, I think it's the smartest thing for the Browns to basically sit him until at Ravens, and then you got Steelers the following week. So two really key divisional games coming up. Got Seahawks and Cardinals. Not trying to overlook anyone, obviously. They're likely to drop one of those games without starting quarterback and running back now. Like, it's a totally different offense than it was at the beginning of the year. That being said, you got to prioritize these divisional games. And lastly, I just wanted to mention that I think the most valuable signing Andrew Berry has made in the past few years, maybe, has been Dustin Hopkins. He's probably my pick for team MVP right now. Miles is having a great year, possible defensive player of the year candidate, but Dustin Hopkins is jumping off the charts, going above and beyond my expectations, and the reason probably that we are 4-2 right now. Thank you guys for what you do. Hope the Browns win on Sunday. Go Browns.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Quincy, I don't think you can, we talked about it a little bit earlier, I don't think you can put a timeline with, we need Deshaun back you need Deshaun back when he can throw the football at an acceptable level, and I don't think that clearly wasn't it last week. Hopkins has been a really good acquisition.
Yeah, Hopkins has been great. We're asking way too much of him. He keeps coming through. It's going to be a tough one this week, right? Outdoors in Seattle. We know the windy conditions, how crazy that stadium can get, how loud that stadium can get. So we're going to ask a lot of them this week as well if the Browns want to get out there with the victory. And I'll be one of the few people that will defend Deshaun Watson being out there against the Colts, because part of what the wild card is with this shoulder injury is that it's not something that you could determine whether he's ready for or not in practice. Like, he has to throw with game speed, and you're not going to get that unless he's in a game. Again, like when you're talking about pitchers who deal with this injury, you send guys to minor league baseball to throw so they can get that adrenaline and really try to rip one. And even then, it's a gradual buildup. So I think, like, if it weren't for the nature of football being such a physical sport, if there were a way to give him those reps, you would want to, but you're not going to really know if Deshaun Watson's ready to come back or not until he plays in a game and is a lot and throws the ball with the intentions he would in a regular season game. And you're just not going to get that if he's just practicing. So I don't think that this is an injury that you could just straight up diagnose like a regular knee injury or a regular ankle injury with practice. This is his throwing shoulder. This is about the ability to drive off the ball. And this is going to require that, you have to play him and then see what he's doing. And then if it doesn't look good in the first 5 or 10 attempts, you got to take him out. Like, I don't think what we saw against the Colts is going to be the first time that we see that. And that's because I think that's kind of just what they have to do to determine whether he can play or not. He has to play. And then you have to see how it goes, and then you make your determination after how it goes. So I will defend that way of going about it because, again, this is just a rare injury. We don't really see that much in football, and I think that it's going to be handled differently.